WDBO. Let's head on up to Bill, who's calling from Tavares. How you doing today, Bill?
Hey, I'm doing good. Thanks for taking my call. Larry, my wife's BMW is at your shop right now, so
okay.
I'm trying to drum up more business. I'm trying to drum up more business. I've got trouble with my I have a 2005 Ford F-250. It's got the 6-liter diesel, got 253,000 miles on it. It's pretty much been bulletproof. Has the EGR delete, the head bolts, and everything. It seems to run good with two problems. It starts up in the morning easy. I mean, I just let the glow plugs glow, turn it, don't even touch the gas, it starts. But it takes about a mile before it wants to really start running. I mean, it's really hard to run until you get about a mile down the road, and then it seems to smooth out.
Okay.
And then my second problem is it runs fine, no warning lights or anything. But when I get on the highway and I'm going like 65 or 70 for about 35, 40 minutes, a little wrench light comes on. And I don't notice any difference in the performance or anything. When I stop, turn the truck off, it's gone. And then if I do it again, it comes back on again. But only at those high speeds, not just normal city driving. Any ideas?
Well, yeah, a few.
Okay.
You know, rough running when you first start the vehicle up. With that wrench light coming on, it needs to be scanned, to find out exactly why that wrench light is coming on. Bill, there's things, some simple things too. Things like fuel filter. How old is it?
It's within 2 months old. I changed both fuel filters, changed the oil with AMSOIL and the air filter. So it's got all new filters.
All right. Well, on that engine there, it uses what is called a pressure regulator for the fuel system. And those things are notorious for going bad and leaking off residual pressures. Those are all things would be probably some of the first things that we would actually check on it. Now, when you crank it in the mornings cold, does it fire right off?
Right up.
Okay.
Fires right up.
All right. And the glow plug system is working okay. And, if it does run smooth after all that it goes through, then the injectors are probably all right on it. But we got so many things on an older diesel like that we have to take into consideration. Things like the wiring harness underneath the valve covers, that's been exposed to hot oil for many, many years. These are all things, the fuel pressure, the actual regulator, if it's OE, it's been blessed that it's lasted that long. Then you've got your high pressure oil. If for some reason the tubes that supply the high pressure oil, if they're leaking, any of the residual oil pressure off that goes to the injectors, they can really cause and create havoc. They'll get to the point where it's, if the O-rings on them start leaking, what will happen is they'll leak. You won't have enough high pressure oil at the injectors, and then as the vehicle runs and gets hot, then the O-rings will start swelling up a little bit, and it'll actually increase the oil pressure at the injectors a little bit and cause them to smooth out and start running better. But those are things that, I'd tell you like this. I'd want to start with a full scan after some serious test driving, and then kind of go from there with it. This is one of those Pandora boxes when you get an issue like this. We have to scan, and then there's quite a few tests that's got to be ran in order to really try to pinpoint exactly what's going on with it. Hopefully there's a code in there that can actually help us out a little bit with that. Otherwise, we're going to be doing some pressure testing. So I thank you for your call, Bill, and hope everything goes good with your BMW, too. Enough's enough, right? Have a great weekend.
You'll have my truck after the BMW.
All right. Thank you, Bill. Later.
Thank you so much, Bill. That opens up a line for you to get your questions on the air. Talking to Larry Perry,